my name is Sharon Zelen. I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about the Pampered Chef Stoneware, if I could. People ask me all the time why the stones in some of the stores are $9.99. They even throw in a pizza cutter. And why are the Pampered Chefs a little bit pricier? And the reason being is the stones that you see out there for $9.99 are strictly pizza stones. Ours, on the other hand, are baking stones. We have a large round pizza stone and we have a flat 12 by 15 rectangular stone. Think about all the things you used to make on an old-fashioned flat cookie sheet. Whenever I used to make cookies on those old-fashioned sheets, I'd always burn the bottom of them. The same thing with a crescent roll on those old-fashioned cookie sheets. That will never happen on a piece of stoneware. What happens with the stoneware is everything cooks evenly. You'll never find the outsides well done and the inside ice cold. Everything cooked on the stone is golden brown on the outside and juicy on the inside. What else would you make on our flat stoneware? If you have kids, chicken nuggets, mozzarella sticks, bagel bites, you can heat up frozen pizza. You can reheat pizza from the pizzeria. You can also do chicken cutlets. You shouldn't be frying them anymore. Instead of breading your chicken cutlets in egg and breadcrumbs, what I do is I use Italian dressing and breadcrumbs. When I'm really good, I'll use fat-free Italian dressing and then the breadcrumbs. Lay them out on the stone. They crisp up because of the dressing, but they're baked, they're not fried. It's a healthier way of cooking. And then I wanted to show you some of the other pieces that we have. This is my absolute favorite piece of stoneware. This is our large bar pan. What I love about this piece is you can make your pizza on here. It's just the thin grandma's Sicilian pizza that every pizzeria sells. But on here, you can do so much more. I make my pork chops on here. I make a whole chicken in parts on here. I make a meatloaf. I go to Costco and I buy that big large piece of salmon. I make that on here. I make my filet of sole, my tilapia, my Chilean sea bass. I grill vegetables on here. A little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, 425 degrees, and I make grilled vegetables. I also do a double box of brownies, my cookies, my French fries, my hors d'oeuvres. This is the stone you're going to use for everything. Your meat, your fish, your chicken, your appetizers, your desserts. So this piece you will get the most use out of. And this was such a popular piece that a couple of years ago they came out with a small bar pan for the toaster oven. Maybe you live alone or it's just you and your husband, your kids are grown and gone, and you don't want to light the oven and put in the large bar pan. On this small one, you can do 2 pork chops, 2 salmon fillets, and get the same effect in the toaster oven instead of lighting the whole oven. And girls, you'll also see inside the catalog, whether you live alone or have a family of 10, there are all different shapes and sizes to suit everybody's needs. Our largest stone is our big rectangular baker. That's the piece you're going to use for your lasagna. That's the piece you're going to use for your turkey breast, your brisket with potatoes and carrots. You're going to use that piece for your large pieces of meat that you're roasting and baking in the oven. And then you'll also see the small baker. That's the piece that I use to make a hot dip, a spinach dip, an artichoke dip, a pizza dip. You'll also see a stoneware pie plate. If you're a baker, I love the pie plate. Oh my God, the apple pie, golden brown on the outside, so juicy and delicious on the inside. You'll also see a 9-inch square baker. I'll use that one if I'm baking a single box of brownies. I'll use that for a casserole, macaroni and cheese. And then, the reason we're here tonight, and the stone that is going to change your life and rock your world, this is our deep covered baker. It actually has the nickname the Magic Pot, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. But I first want to show you this stone is exactly the same on the inside, but it has the glazed ceramic finish on the outside, and I'm going to tell you why. If you're not familiar with the stoneware, the more you use it, the darker it gets. Mine at home are black. That's a good thing. It's like your great-grandmother's cast iron pots. You want them to get well seasoned. It's, what do they say? The worse it looks, the better it cooks. But a lot of people were uncomfortable when it got well seasoned. They felt that if they brought it to a holiday table, it was ugly. So what happened was, several years ago, the Pampered Chef came out with a glaze collection. So the stone has the same concept on the inside, but it has a glazed ceramic finish on the outside. And every season we sort of change the colors. So you may have some of the older colors at home, which are great. But I want to just tell you about this Magic Pot. The reason it got the nickname the Magic Pot was because when you come home from work at 6 o'clock at night and you have no freaking clue what you're going to make for dinner, or you have children and you come off the soccer field, or the basketball court or dance, what happens? You go through the drive-through, or worse yet, you come home, you eat a lean cuisine and they eat cinnamon toast crunch. I know it happens in everybody's house. No, this is what you're going to do. When you walk through that door at 6 o'clock at night, you're going to put a whole raw chicken in here. That's right, a raw chicken sitting on top of potatoes and carrots. You're going to put the lid on. You're going to put that chicken in the microwave for 30 minutes. It is the most delicious, fall off the bone, golden brown chicken that you've ever eaten in your life. I know what you're thinking. It's going to be gray, it's going to be rubber, it's going to be gross. I thought the same thing. Not true. I brought Charlie the chicken to 6 months worth of shows, and we would make it. And the women would gasp when it would come out because it goes in dry, just seasoned, no liquid, and it comes out in 2 inches of fresh broth. We would carve it up, and they were in shock at how moist and delicious and out of this world this is. You're also going to make chicken penne alla fresca in here. Raw pasta. You don't boil it. Raw pasta, white wine, chicken broth, plum tomatoes. You can throw in some fresh mozzarella. You can substitute the chicken for shrimp. 16 minutes in the microwave. You're going to make a pork loin in here. You're going to make barbecue ribs. You're going to make pulled pork sandwiches. You're going to make Mexican chicken in here. Tonight we're actually making the molten lava cake in here. This is 1 box of Devil's Food cake mix. I didn't even dirty a mixing bowl. I threw in the dry cake mix and I followed the ingredients, eggs, oil, and water. I used our whisk. I threw in 1 can of chocolate frosting. Any type of chocolate frosting, it just cannot say whipped. You're going to plop the entire can of frosting all over the top, just like you see here now. We're going to throw this in the microwave, and we're going to microwave it for 13 minutes. You are going to cry when this comes out. That's how amazing it is. We're going to serve it with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Oh my God, to die for. Okay, so this deep covered baker is $85. I always say I'd rather you buy nothing here tonight and just buy this, because my job is to sell you something that's going to change your life in the kitchen. I don't want you to buy a bunch of gadgets you're going to go home and throw in your junk drawer, and then if I meet you in 5 years, you're going to tell me you never took them out of the box. Then I didn't do a good job. My job is to sell you something you're going to use, and that's what's going to happen with the Magic Pot. We were selling so many of these a while back. They were on stop sale. You couldn't even get them because everybody wants to cook. We all have good intentions, but most people don't have time. But that's not a problem with this because the meals are all 30 minutes or less. And the other part of not being able to cook is most people are afraid to, but the recipes that I send you are so simple, you're going to be able to cook the most amazing meals. Now, if you're sitting there saying, Sharon, I don't even have a microwave, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to use this in the oven as well. If you purchase this, I'm going to send you a free cookbook, this thick, of recipes that you are going to make that you will be blown away at how absolutely out of this world delicious and simple they are. But half of those recipes are oven recipes as well. So if you don't have a microwave, don't worry, you can certainly put this in the oven. Go out for 3 hours. When you come home and you take that lid off, everything's self-marinated. It turns your oven into a clay baker. So everything that you made, beef, pork, chicken, is full off the bone, delicious, juicy. So whether you use it in the microwave or in the oven, it's not a problem. But $85 is the best investment in your kitchen that you could make. And let me tell you about the Pampered Chef's return policy. I want you to buy this, and I want you to go home and use it for 30 days. That's what the Pampered Chef wants you to do. Whatever you purchase here tonight, they encourage you to use it for a month. After 30 days, make 30 meals in there. If you don't love it after 1 month, you call me up and say, Sharon, I hate what I got at Susie's party. What's going to happen is they're going to send you a prepaid mailing label. You're going to put it on the box, you're going to hand it to your mailman or take it to the post office, and they're going to give you a refund. You will never get a better return policy than that. So try it. If you don't love it, forget the return label. I'll personally come get it from you. I can't tell you how many of these I have sold and how everybody calls me up to tell me they cannot believe the incredible meals that they're cooking for their family. And there's women who have never cooked before loving the deep covered baker. And if you're a family of maybe 2 and you're saying, that's a little large for me, how incredible, the Pampered Chef came out with a small round baker. And I will actually send you the free cookbook. And you can use that. All you're going to do is cut the recipes in half. So this is perfect if you're a family of 1 or 2, and this is great if you're 2 or more. So how do we take care of the stoneware? Great question. What we're going to do is whatever stone you purchase, big, little, glazed or unglazed, you must season them the first 5 times that you use them. I don't want you to use Pam. Pam is extremely unhealthy. You can't even pronounce what's in it. I offer something a little bit healthier than that. This happens to be our kitchen spritzer. What I love about the kitchen spritzer is you unscrew it, you fill it to the fill line with whatever oil you like to cook with. Olive oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever you have in your kitchen. All you're going to do is pump it a few times, and you're going to spray the stone the first 5 times. After that, you're never going to use oil, grease, or butter again. It becomes a healthier way of cooking. How do you clean the stone? I tell you this because most women don't even look for it in the box, and it usually gets thrown out. Every stone, no matter what type you buy, comes with a little brown scraper. That and hot water is all you use to clean it. You don't use soap, you don't use Brillo, you don't put it in the dishwasher. Remember the old Corningwares and Pyrexes? We always had to soak it and tackle it the next morning with a Brillo pad. The reason that happened in those pans is because everything stuck because it burnt. That will never happen with the stone because nothing ever sticks, because nothing ever burns. So after you serve your meal and you wrap your leftovers up, all you're going to do is use the scraper and hot water, and that's it. No more soaking, no more tackling. Dry it with a dish towel. You're done. It's so much easier. Girls, if you don't have a piece of stoneware, I ask you, step out of your comfort zone, try them. I promise you, you won't be sorry. Anyone have any questions on the stoneware? We're good? Great. I wish a happy and a successful 2013 to everybody.